I think GPT might be preparing for a Trump administration, doing what they call obedience in advance. I want your help understanding this. But first, I want you to be sure to click on the link below. This is from a creator who made a website for Colonial Williamsburg that told the honest history of the American Revolution. That website has disappeared. So that's what obedience in advance means. And the reason I went to ChatGPT is because I'm getting a lot of pushback on the fact that I am a minister and I should be more kind and compassionate to all people. So I wanted some writings from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, before you say anything, I am not comparing myself to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. However, my ministry has been inspired by his words for years. I would rather be seen as someone whose advocacy and ministry falls on the right side of history. So I am inspired by his writings. And I know this is going to be hard to see, so I'm going to read it for you. But basically, I was saying that Dr. Martin Luther King certainly had strong words for white people, their complacency, and how they harm Black people. Can you provide some of those quotes and writings? Now, as you can see, I got this warning that says ChatGPT isn't designed to provide this type of content. Read the model spec for more on how ChatGPT handles creators' contents. However, it started to populate. It started to give me the information I was looking for. And this is how I use ChatGPT. I know the information exists. I've read it, but if I can find it in a concise manner before I prepare content, then I know it's going to make my life a lot easier. So I asked it, I said, why am I getting this type of message for simply asking about MLK content? This seems problematic and harmful to the Black community. It says, I'm sorry if my response caused any concerns or came across as problematic. My goal was to provide context and educational quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to address your question respectfully and thoroughly. If there's any way I can clarify or improve my response, please let me know. And I said, but the info disappeared and I got a weird warning. He comes back, because I call ChatGPT, it's got to be a white man, right? It's just got to be. Thank you for pointing that out. It's concerning if the information I provided was interrupted or removed unexpectedly, as this topic is historically significant and should be openly discussed. I will reshare the information for clarity and ensure it aligns with your request. If you experienced a warning, it could be a system's automated attempt to flag sensitive content for review. But discussion of Dr. King's works are vital for addressing racial justice and should not be suppressed. Let me know if you'd like to recompile the quotes or provide more content. And I said, I'm going to request the information again. And I did, and it started to populate, and then it disappeared, and I got this warning again. But on the second request, I tried to screen grab what AI was providing to me. So the first quote is letter from Birmingham jail, where it starts with, I must confess that over the past few years, I have been gravely disappointed with the white moderate. That was definitely the one I was looking for. And then the silence of the good people. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. And I grabbed two more. Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. Because you never see white people sharing these quotes on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Another letter from Birmingham jail. I've been so greatly disappointed with the white church and its leadership. And as you can see on that last clip, there is another line there, and it was still populating, but then the warning came back. And that's all I keep getting. I'd like to know what happens to you if you put in a prompt like I had put in and then got the warning from ChatGPT. Obedience in advance. Is it really happening? I think it is.